Minimalism is more than just decluttering. It's a lifestyle philosophy that thinks about intentional living and finding out what brings value and joy to your life. It involves only owning what you need and eliminating unnecessary distractions. Today I wanted to talk specifically about minimalism and its impact on well-being, because that is the most beneficial change that I have felt from living a more simple and intentional life. And it's not just me that has said this. There are so many studies now that see the benefits of minimalist habits and minimalist lifestyles on your overall well-being. And it just makes you aware of what's going on around you, makes you aware of your own wants and needs. It makes you feel calmer, it reduces stress, it increases your focus, and can dramatically improve your relationships and your connectivity to others. And in many cases, it can absolutely improve your financial freedom as well. If you think about how much you're consuming and how much you're spending, thinking about reducing down what you buy is obviously going to improve your financial decisions, and it's going to mean more money in the bank for you or more money paid off of your debt so that you are living within your means, and that in itself is a stress reducing activity. So let's talk about decluttering and mental clarity. The one thing I noticed about decluttering was that it really improved my thought processes. I had a better understanding of me, a better understanding of my space and my things, and it just improved my ability to think more clearly. And as somebody that has struggled with chronic fatigue syndrome, a chronic illness can have a huge impact on your mental clarity. So any steps that you can do that will improve that, and decluttering and reducing down was one of them, is absolutely worth trying to push through and work through. Because having less stuff means less decisions, less cognitive load. You don't have so much to think about when you're completing tasks like tidying or hoovering or cleaning. The load is less because there's less to clean, less to focus on, less to think about. And if you think about having less worries about things, it frees up a lot of space for other things, more important things to you. And as you get comfortable decluttering, you get better at making those decisions about sentimental items. You find it easier to let go, or you make much more conscious, decisive decisions about letting go of those sentimental items. And essentially, by having less, you're creating a calmer space for you to live in. And that's a space that you see every day, all day, that is going to mean that you're not having those triggers every time you look at your cluttered space, because it's calm. It's exactly as you want it. It's kind of a safe haven. And because it's calm and because there is less, it will feel more organised as well. And there will be strategies that you've put in place that are easy to find things, and things live in the place where it's meant to live rather than feeling like everything's everywhere. It just means that you have a better organised space. Now let's talk about mindfulness and minimalism. A great benefit for me was I had mental space to just be in the moment. Whereas before, I was feeling like I was always thinking about the next thing to do, the next thing to tidy, the next thing to organise. It just felt like I wasn't stockpiling jobs or to-do lists as I go. I just felt like I could be more present in the moment because there's less stuff to worry about and more kind of time to just be and to just enjoy those moments, to be in that moment, to enjoy that walk, to enjoy that conversation, and just really be thinking about that rather than thinking about the other things I need to do. And kind of alongside that, you could give yourself the opportunity for a digital detox and spend some time away from devices and technology, and just give yourself those present opportunities to be more connected to the people around you rather than the people through devices. You'll find that your connections strengthen and you will feel more supported and that your network is stronger. And one of my favourite things about being more mindful is that I have gratitude. I am so grateful for the things that I do have and the things that I kept and the things that I have brought into my home as and when that has happened, because they are things that are really personal to me. I've chosen them, I've curated them, and it just feels like I appreciate those things more than I ever did before when they were hidden. I can see them, I can find them, and I can use them, and they're just a more helpful tool in my life that I'm very much grateful for. And I've learnt to appreciate those simple things in life over the stuff. If you've enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and press like and subscribe. Every like, comment and share really does make a difference to how much this video is put out there and other people get to see it if that's of interest to them. So thank you very much for doing so. And whilst there's loads of benefits of minimalism, there are of course going to be challenges that come with a minimalist approach to life. There are societal influences, there's pressure to feel like you have to keep up with everything and to get the latest things. Sometimes it can feel like you have judgment from others, but the judgment only matters if you let it. It doesn't have to matter. What matters is how you feel in your space with your things, not how other people perceive that joy for you. And obviously the challenges when you're decluttering emotional stuff is that attachment that you have to things, and that is a big challenge. It's not easy to let go, even with a lot of resilience. Even with all the resilient skills in the world, it can still be hard to let go of sentimental and emotional attachment to things. And it is a process. You have to talk yourself through them. You have to talk yourself through each item. You have to acknowledge each item. Remember that memory, that feeling, and just allow yourself that space to be in that moment with that emotion before you can be able to let go. And it's not going to be easy, but you'll be able to make the right decision for you. And at no point is anybody telling you you have to get rid of all these sentimental things. It is your choice at the end of the day, and it's what you're willing to allow in your home that is allowed to occupy that space in your home, that physical space, as well as that mental space. And obviously we do get that fear of missing out, and that can be really difficult to overcome. It is a challenge. You feel like you want to get the things that you're seeing the adverts for. It feels like you want those new items of clothing with all the clothing hauls you see. But I think there's ways around that. So having a vision of what you want in your home and what you need, and then curating it slowly over time allows you to really cherry pick the really key things that you do need out of maybe those wants and desires over a period of time. So like when I'm thinking about building up a capsule wardrobe, I still feel like I have too much, but I'm not willing to let go until I've got some key pieces that mean that I can let go of others. And my wardrobe does have to be practical. It has to be for the everyday. And some of the fanciful things that I see that I feel like I'm missing out on are not practical. They're not realistic outfits that I could wear on a daily basis. And, I have to be realistic with that. And that is a hard thing to overcome. Minimalism is definitely a great tool for self-growth and improvement. It helps you discover those true values that matter to you, either with things or with experiences or with people. And having less can really help with that decision fatigue. I used to spend a lot of time thinking about what it was I was going to wear to work. And actually, I've now curated some key outfits that I rotate between, and that works really well for me. I just get to choose between those couple of items that I have thought about that work well for what I need for my job, and that's a way of taking away some of those decisions. And for me, decision fatigue does take up a lot of mental capacity for me and cognitive load. When fatigue is already an issue, I don't want additional fatigue from having to make more decisions than I need. So the less the better. And I definitely have better self-awareness. I have a better understanding of myself and probably more of an understanding of others and what matters to them, whereas before I'd probably be quite superficial in my thought processes and not really get to the more important things. So some tips for beginners if you're new to decluttering and taking on a more minimalist approach to life. Let's have a look at some strategies that you could put in place that will help you work through and adapt this lifestyle. First of all, you want to start small, decluttering a small area of your home every day as much as you can. And that's where my little acts of decluttering come in. And I have a free PDF calendar that you can download from my website, declutteryourlife.co.uk. And that's a great way of getting focused in on one area and just chipping away at little bits, and it makes it manageable. So I've also got a book that shares more information about each little area, and I'm just getting ready a 2025 diary, which hopefully will be available very soon. I just need to finish off the calendar section, and then it will be ready for you to order on Amazon. So that's exciting. I did it this year for 2024 and it was quite popular and lots of people have requested it again. So yeah, that will be out soon. And this ties into focusing in on that small area. If you work on one particular category, that allows you to make firm decisions about that category. If you get all of that category together, so if you're working through your wardrobe, for example, you get all of your tops together, you can really see how much you've got and then be able to whittle it down to a reasonable amount. And you'll be able to look for duplicates, things that don't fit, things that are damaged or unrepairable, and it will just help you make those decisions. Another tip is be mindful of your emotions. Allow yourself to feel those emotions. It's okay to be upset or anxious about something or not want to let something go. That's fine. You can always come back to things and be kind to yourself. If you're finding it tough, step away and come back with a fresh pair of eyes the following day. There is no pressure to get rid of loads at once. Do it at a pace that suits you and be mindful of how you feel about the process. And just don't be afraid to let go. You do have more stuff than you need. We all do. And it's okay to let go. You're not missing out. And a lot of the items that you're letting go of aren't really worth that much. They are replaceable. So the worst comes to the worst, you probably could get hold of like items again. Don't be afraid to let go and think about the freedom and space you're going to get from letting go. So minimalism really does offer a powerful path to clarity, to well-being, and it's really worth thinking about aspects that you can adopt in your daily life that can help you feel calmer and more organised in your space. I have links to my book and I will put the link to the diary down below when it comes out, and I shall be back for more videos on decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year. Take care, bye.